Welcome to my YouTube channel, Life with the Crafty Nurse. My name is Elita and I'm a dialysis nurse. I started this channel to showcase my day-to-day journey as a dialysis nurse so that I can help any nursing student or nurse that would want to come into this field. This is a specialty field. It is demanding and it is also rewarding. So my channel will be about dialysis, what it entails, a day in my life, all about dialysis. So keep on watching. So today I'll be talking about how I started my dialysis journey. I started my journey about 4 years ago as a dialysis technician. I was doing my courses for my RN program. At the time, I was doing my courses for the RN program, and a friend of mine introduced me to dialysis. She had gotten a job as a dialysis technician, and she introduced me. I applied to the company, and I was trained for 3 months as a dialysis technician, and that's when my love for dialysis began. I'm not gonna lie, dialysis is very, very demanding, and it can be draining. It was very challenging learning dialysis. As I say, it's a specialty, so you got to be trained. We got trained for like 3 months. We got to do courses, we go to classes, and then we'll get hands-on training in the clinics. One of my biggest challenge at the time was learning the machines. I just couldn't figure out how to operate these machines, especially stringing the machine, setting up the machine. It just looked so foreign to me. But eventually I got it, and also sticking the patients, because you got to insert, they call it cannulation. You got to cannulate the patient's access with needles, like 16 gauges, it goes up to 14 gauge needles, large needles. That was challenges as well, but over time I got it and I mastered the art of cannulation. So I was there working as a dialysis technician for at least 4 years while I was going to nursing school. Finally, I completed nursing school, and at that time I was really settled in dialysis. I'd gotten used to it. I built a bond with the patients and the staff, so I decided to remain in dialysis as an RN. So I applied and I got the job as an RN, and I started working for the company. One of the pluses working as a technician and then transitioning as an RN was that I already had the experience of how the floor works, cannulating patients, doing the machines, monitoring patients and all that. The only thing I had to learn was the nursing aspect of it, like the medications, assessments and so forth. And it didn't take me long to learn that, because whilst I was going to nursing school, I was always watching the nurses. I would ask them questions and they would assist me. If they're charting on the computer, they will show me what they were doing. So by the time I became a nurse, I had already had an idea what my tasks entail and all that. So it didn't take me long at all. So now presently I've been in dialysis nursing for 2.5 years, and it's really rewarding. Not gonna lie, it's taxing, it's draining sometimes. I gotta be out of my bed by 4 a.m. in the morning to be at work by at least 5. Sometimes I drive like 30 to 45 minutes depending on which clinic that I'm working. I'm presently floating, so I go to various clinics. Wherever the need is, I go to those clinics. So I've gotten to love dialysis and the bond that we build with the patients. We're with our patients like every day. The patients have to get their treatments like three days of the week. They're there for like 3 to 4 hours, so we monitor them, we take care of them, we ensure that they're okay. We get to know them on a personal level. We listen to their stories. We know their families. We exchange stories together. So it's like we build a bond. It's like that's what I love. You build a bond with your patients, so it's like a big family. They depend on us, and it helps them that we are there for them. They see a familiar face every time they come to treatment. They're seeing familiar faces. We know their stories. We remember what they told us about their family, the events that they went to. We remember, and sometimes we bring it up, and they appreciate the fact that we listen to them. Sometimes when we are not monitoring, when we're in downtime, we'll sit at their chairs and we'll talk to them, and then we'll laugh, and we just behave like a happy family. Even though it's challenging, because you have to be on your ball, you have to be mentally and physically ready to prepare it, because a patient can go out, they can get sick on the machine at any moment. So you have to be alert. We have to monitor them constantly. We have to be taking their vitals every 30 minutes, ensure that their needles are in place, ensure that their vitals are okay, and monitor them constantly. So that's one of the reasons that I love dialysis, and I would encourage more nurses. Dialysis is short of nurses and technicians at the moment, and I'd encourage more nurses to try this field. It's a specialty, so it's gonna take some time to get used to and to learn the process, but when you learn it, it can become very rewarding, very, very rewarding. You don't have to have any experience to get into dialysis. As long as you have a healthcare background, the companies will take you and they will put you into their training programs, train you, ensure that you are proficient, and then you'll start working on your own. So that's how I started dialysis and then transitioned as a dialysis nurse. It was easier for me because I was a technician, so all I had to do was learn the nursing aspect of the job to become proficient. So this is my first video on why I chose dialysis, how it's going. So in my other videos, I'll be talking about giving you a synopsis of a day in the life of a dialysis nurse, what we do, a day on the treatment floor, or what the processes are, how we deal with our patients, how we deal with each other, how we interact with each other as co-workers, and how we practices that we use to get us through the day, a challenging day, how we deal with difficulties, how we deal with difficult patients, how we deal with even difficult co-workers. Because in everything there are challenges, but it's your mentality and how you deal with the challenges that makes your day go faster. And the primary objective is that we gotta take care of our patients. Our patients are first and foremost. Patient safety, we got to make sure that they are safe, so we got to monitor them. We got to make sure they're okay. We got to make sure that we support them emotionally and mentally and physically. So dialysis is now their lifeline. They depend on this treatment to live. So as dialysis workers, we have to make sure that they come to their treatments. We have to make sure that they do their full treatments, that they are given safe and effective treatment. We have to communicate with our managers, with our supervisors, with the doctors, with any challenges that our patients are facing, so that our patients can get the best care. Because as I said, their kidneys no longer work, and if they don't get their treatments, toxins build up in their body, fluid builds up in their body, around their lungs, around their heart, which can lead to serious health issues. So as a dialysis nurse, I look forward to going to work. Even though it's a challenging job, it's a hard job, the rewards outweigh the challenges. The human connection is great. It's a plus. Taking care of our patients, building a family with them, building a family with our co-workers is a plus. So I would encourage anyone, any future nurses or nurses who are trying to transition to another specialty, dialysis is a great option. It's a close-knit family. You're on a treatment floor where you can see everybody's together, so you build a close-knit family together. Everyone help each other and all that. So this is my first video. This is why I chose dialysis. So on my next video, I'll be walking through a day in the life of a dialysis nurse, walking you through what we do for our patients, and how we relate to each other on a treatment floor. So if you're curious and wanting to know more about dialysis and what it entails, the life of a dialysis nurse, what dialysis is all about, how we take care of our patients, what we do on a daily basis, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, follow my channel, turn on your notification bell that you'll be notified when I post my next video. I'll be walking you through a day in the life of a dialysis nurse, showing you what we do, the challenges, the advantages, the disadvantages, the likes and the dislikes of what it is to be a dialysis nurse, how we take care of our patients. So see you next time. Hit the notification bell, subscribe. Have a good day.